156 ex-servicemen have written to the president and against the misuse of the armed forces in election campaigning. The letter complains about the blatant politicization of our defense forces for the purpose of winning elections. Now, that letter has been written with some very, very senior ex-servicemen signatories to that letter. For more details, let's go straight to National Affairs Editor Srinjoy Chaudhary, who joins us on the phone line. Srinjoy, thanks for joining us this morning. This is, quite a list of decorated retired servicemen who are very pained at what they're seeing in the country today.
Yes, some very important people there. There are 7 chiefs, ex-chiefs who have written, 2 from the army, 1 from the arrest from the navy, also 150 others, many of whom are lieutenant generals or equivalent, or major generals or equivalent. Few of them have won gallantry awards. They really made 2 or 3 points. One is that politics and the defense forces should keep apart. There is no reason why Wing Commander Abhinandan Vartaman, his photograph or references to him should be in election campaigns. And therefore, it is very important that the President of India intervenes to ensure that defense forces are insulated from day-to-day political affairs and political campaigns.
Right, Srinjoy, stay with us because I've got Vice Admiral Madanjeet Singh, who is one of the signatories of this letter. Vice Admiral, thanks so much for speaking to us this morning. Tell us what prompted this group of you to write this letter to the President, with elections, at its peak.
Yeah, these last few months have been rather disturbing and distressing, to say the least. Most of us, while serving, and we do not get involved in politics. In fact, one of my very senior, respected IAS colleagues told me once that, Madanjeet, you're lucky that you don't have to deal with politicians. And you should, it's best that you people keep away. And now the armed forces is being used at every occasion. Somebody even goes on to say we are Modi's Sena or something like that. And, it's very disturbing. It's not liked at all by the rank and file serving and, of course, even the veterans. So this has reached a point of nonsensical levels.
We've had a rich history of the armed forces being very apolitical, uninvolved in any sort of political activities, uninvolved in political parties, decision-making of political nature. Tell us what that history means to an ex-serviceman like you.
Yeah, it means a lot, because, as you know, there are very few ex-servicemen who even joined politics after retirement. And now it seems to be a trend. Some political parties, one in particular, is every other veteran they want to get into the fold. You're willy-nilly asking us to get involved in politics. Personally, I feel that is on the healthy sign. Where military have gone into politics in other countries, they haven't had a happy experience to end up with. And surely we don't want to be driven in that direction.
Right, and Vice Admiral, we've had contrast to other countries across the world where we've seen the armed forces devolve into the situation where there's a quasi behind the scenes rule by the armed forces, like in countries like Pakistan. But we've had a very rich history of the armed forces respecting the civilian government, letting them do their job, and the civilian government allowing the armed forces to do theirs.
Yes, that's precisely the point I was trying to make, that we assist the government of the day in the roles and tasks that we are expected to do as per the laid down constitutional authority. And we respect that. And we are very happy to do that. Now, under the garb of aid to civil power, the armed forces are being made to do all kinds of idiotic things. And in fact, one of the former chiefs, when serving, had even told the government of the day at that time that please do not involve us in these kind of activities. It is not liked by our rank and file. So, we don't have to keep repeating the same thing. We want to listen, we are answerable to the government of India. We are not answerable to individual A or party B. And that should be and that should be respected.
Vice Admiral Madanjeet Singh, thanks so much for joining us here on the broadcast with your views on this very big story. Remember, it was in this in light of all these incidents itself, that the Election Commission had to appeal to all political parties to ensure that their leaders do not invoke the armed forces to seek votes of the people across the country.